Today I'm reviewing Aferim, a new comedy western film that is out in select theaters. This movie is shot in a 35mm black and white and is entirely subtitled. So the movie takes place in 1835 Romania, where a constable and his son set out on a journey to find this runaway gypsy. Now, it was common for gypsies to be slaves during this time period, so this constable and his son, they go on a journey to find this gypsy named Corfin and bring him back. So Constantine and his son, Ionita, are traveling. They're trying to find out any information they can on this guy, where they can find him, where he can be hiding. If he has to use force and brutality to find this guy, he's going to use it. They eventually do track the gypsy down, and Corfin tells him that, look, I didn't run away because I was tired of being a slave. I ran away because I had sex with my master's wife, who, by the way, wasn't my fault because his wife seduced me. And that's why I ran away. I ran away because out of fear that my master would kill me out of revenge. So Constantine tells Corfin that, well, look, I gotta do a job. I gotta bring you back. Now, I'll use my power and influences to make sure to come up with some kind of, to negotiate with your master. This isn't just gonna vanish into thin air. You might receive a beating or something like that. So Corfin isn't really too satisfied with that either. He's like, I'm not to blame here. But as eventually they do get back to the countryside, and Constantine goes to see the master, try to negotiate to some kind of agreement, telling the master that the story that Corfin told him, which he eventually realized might have been true, and tell the master that this guy's a pretty nice guy. Cut him some slack. And the master's like, whoa. Who said anything about death? I didn't say I was gonna kill him when you handed him over to me. He tells him, I have something far greater than death in store for him. So I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't want to spoil anything, just in case you do want to watch the movie. I will say that there is a lot of satire in the film. There are moments that you might not feel like you understand what is going on, because there's a lot of, like I said, satire and dark humor and references to either religious or historical things that happened in Romania. But if you do a little research, you do appreciate the boldness and the crudeness that the film offers. And there wasn't really any high expectations for this movie. I don't know any of the actors in the film, so I went into this film not really expecting anything. I just wanted to go in there and see a solid Western, and that's what I ended up getting. And when you're watching the movie, you don't really get that sense that you're watching a movie that's entirely subtitled and is entirely in black and white. It's kind of like Schindler's List, I'm not trying to compare that this movie is as good as Schindler's List. Clearly it's not, but the fact that you could go into a movie like this and still enjoy it despite those factors certainly is a good sign. Also, much like Pan's Labyrinth, another movie that is subtitled, still enjoy it despite the fact that it is subtitled and you have to read the entire movie. I feel like the movie did a good job. If you are a fan of Westerns, this is definitely a movie to check out. Now, this isn't your ordinary Western. There's not really much action going on. This is one of these slower-paced Westerns, much like Appaloosa or Slow West or Water Diviner. Movies like that, the slower-paced ones. Now, but if you appreciate movies like that, definitely go check this movie out. I'm going to give Aferim a B+. Thank you so much for watching. As always, you can hit that big thumbs up on the bottom there, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for more unboxings, reviews, and movie news.